Covello joins us, and Tom is very active in residential resale and new construction, representing our area's largest builders, as well as some smaller custom construction. Well, first of all, welcome, Tom.
Hi, Ben. Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm so glad you could make it. What do you think about what Ryan was saying when people are out hunting for mortgages, and you actually had a little story about people who are hunting for mortgages and going with the discount side?
Yeah, he's right on. You have these lenders, they kind of set things up, and they might be an eighth less, and the client think that sounds great. It's a few dollars here and there, and they close late, and there's provisions in the new construction contracts anyway that's going to cost somebody up to $4,000. We just had one similar to that, so I don't know that saving a few bucks is really the way to go.
Well, especially if you want to get it done, and in new construction, I mean, now it's kind of starting to dry up, right? I mean, people are buying it, so you better be able to close.
That's right, exactly. And the new construction industry, really for the last year has been solid. I've been doing a lot of work up in Sammamish, and I opened up a new project April of last year, and as of today, we have 3 left, so 36 sales. So
wow,
pretty good. Mid sevens. It's been a good business, a good market up there.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's a lot of sales. So when you see the inventory like that, I mean, that firsthand is shrinking, right? I mean, that's 90% gone or
right,
95% gone inside of a year or so. Is it moving quickly then? I mean, do you start seeing some of this? Is it just starting to just fly off the shelves because of the people want what they want, and this is how they can get it?
It's been very good. It's not a frenzy, but it's been very solid. There are buyers out there that are looking for a particular product, and there's not that much of it out there. So simple supply and demand. It's been good, and prices have increased over the last year.
There's also with new construction, people you talk about people wanting to move towards new, but isn't there also an element of people maybe being busy and they just want what they want and they want it turnkey, and this is a way to do that effectively?
Well, absolutely. I think that there are buyers out there that want just new. That's and it's always been that way. There are certain buyers out there that are looking for just new construction. So we don't compete with the resale market. Mm-hmm. But certainly as supply dwindles, that people will be looking more for, they're going to have to go resale wise just because there isn't the inventory out there right now to choose from.
Well, if there's no inventory, there's not a lot of houses out there to buy, is there more builders coming in, and are we going to start seeing more new projects? I remember, must have been 2006, 2007. Everywhere you drove, there was 5 new projects and people out there twirling their signs. And are we going back to that?
Wouldn't that be great?
10% appreciation.
The land market today is different than it was back then. And maybe Ryan can talk a little bit about this. But they aren't able to acquire the development loans to be able to develop the land. So even if land's available, it's very hard for a developer to obtain the development just cost-wise. Mm-hmm. So it's a little different now than it used to be. So I look at the projects that are possibly coming up, and I don't know that we can fill it. And the builders know this. They understand that, and they want to hold on and get pricing for their real premium lots because they know that there's not a lot of that out there right now. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, and that's not to say there's no lots remaining and we're going to be in a real crisis. I'm just saying it's not what it used to be. Right.
Well, I mean, I would imagine that when you have the downturn like we have had, it's not like they're out there just building more houses for less profit. So
that's correct.
And it takes time to build them. So is there any big changes that are happening in the I guess in the floor plan or the living space? I live in downtown Kirkland. We tend to see houses, they take one lot and they put 7 houses on it. And my wife and I look and we're like, it's a glorified condo.
Right.
You open your window, you look at your neighbor's kitchen.
Yeah, there's some of that, and I think that there are particular builders. It doesn't matter. One lot. What is one lot? An acre? Is it?
Sure.
Depending on the zoning, it's especially in Kirkland, there's really no supply down there. It's very hard. I've got a new project actually up in Rose Hill, Harmon Ridge, that we just put on about a week and a half ago. And we intentionally only listed 4 of the homes, just because we're just kind of starting out. Immediately sold 3 of them. So, now we've got a model that we're building and one other one. And I'm saying to the builder, hey, look, let's get some pricing on, your future lots, which, he's going to rethink and take another look at pricing and what he's going to put where. So, depending on where you are, those close-in locations especially, it's like gold. It's really good to have.
So what are some of the big changes then in the actual, in the plans of these homes that is it that? Is it just the in?
No,
you tell me.
One of the things that I've noticed recently is, that they're mudrooms. Mudrooms are real big, and people seem to really like that. The other things that I noticed in Sammamish, people went back to 3-car wide garages. They really like the 3-car wide garage. We spent the last several years looking at tandems, 2-car, 1 deep. They call them 3-car garages, but it's really 2-car garage with storage.
Right.
And people really have demanded the 3-car wide garages. And what that takes is generally, a 60-foot wide lot to accommodate something like that. So we've seen some of the builders have to rethink that, and it's been really popular.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
Boats?
No. I just think that generally people have 2 cars and they want to have that spot. I guess maybe
easier access to their storage, right?
Exactly.
For their Shelby Cobra that they're going to buy soon. When you start looking at all the buyers, again, we're here with Tom Covello, and Tom, we just have a couple minutes left before we have to go to break. Who's buying all the new construction? I mean, what's the community, I guess, of buyers?
It's a very diverse group. A lot of move-up buyers, which we haven't seen since 2007. So I've noticed a lot of people that are coming in and they're just saying, hey, you know what? We live in Klahani, or we live, in Sammamish currently. We're going to hold on to our house. We can, and we're going to hold on to our house, and we're going to go ahead and we're just going to make this purchase. And we want what we want, and we want the schools, and we want the location, and we want these things. And so I noticed that almost immediately as we took off up in Sammamish, that the move-up buyer was back. I mean, we didn't see that. So, I think that's obviously good. We still get some relocation. Our area is very strong relocation-wise, so good job opportunities. So we see a little bit of everything. International as well.
And that's, people just coming here, buying land, buying houses at...
Homes.
Still Microsoft?
Microsoft is a part of it, but it's very diverse. I mean, we've had Starbucks and Microsoft and Amazon, and you name it. We've had people from all kinds of different companies, little technology companies. The job market in our area is very stable.
Yeah, we've heard that a lot, and it does seem to be driving real estate to, almost a frenzy right now.
Yeah, I'm cautious about frenzy.
I won't say yours is frenzy, but I've seen frenzies out there, Tom. Yeah. I've seen frenzies out there. We have to go to break. That's Tom Covello with Windermere Real Estate, representing quite a bit of new construction. And thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Ben.
When we come back, there's more than just our little area of jobs and the companies that we have here. But really, some of these companies, they may be here. They are huge national and international companies, which also are big factors in the real estate market. We're going to discuss that a little bit with Stephen McDonald when we come back.